The importance of stretching exercises as part of your horse's rehabilitation really can't be underestimated. They help to lengthen shorten muscle fibres and increase joint mobility. The Forelimb Protraction stretch brings your horse's leg out in front of his body. To achieve this stretch, pick his foot up as you would do normally, then interlock your hands behind his fetlock joint. Gradually stretch his leg out in front of him, holding the stretch for about 10 seconds. The leg can either then be replaced back to the ground where it normally rests, or to allow your horse to continue with the stretch himself, place it down on the ground in front of him. Throughout this stretch, always aim to keep the hoof low to the ground and do take care to keep your back straight. With the Forelimb Retraction stretch, your horse's leg is brought backwards underneath his body. Pick his foot up as you would do normally and, while supporting underneath the pastern and fetlock, move your other hand to the front of his knee joint. By shifting your weight backwards, gradually bring his leg back underneath his body and hold the stretch before returning the leg to the ground. With the abduction stretch, your horse's leg is brought up, out and away from his body. Pick his foot up as you would do normally, supporting the hoof by holding underneath the fetlock and pastern. Then with your other hand bring it to the inside of his knee joint and gradually bring the leg out away from his body, holding the stretch before returning it to the ground slowly. The Forelimb Adduction stretch brings your horse's leg underneath his body. To perform this stretch, pick his foot up and support under the fetlock, bring your hand to the outside edge of his knee and push the leg underneath. Alternatively, and once your horse is comfortable with this, you can bring his leg around, across and in front of the opposite leg, holding the stretch for a short while before returning it to the ground where it came from. While stretching is really important, there are certain times in your horse's injury repair cycle where you don't want to be stretching, and there are certain conditions as well where stretching would be contraindicated, so do only stretch on your physio's advice and to the schedule that they give you to work to. When you're stretching, it's really important to think of your and your horse's safety. Always adopt a comfortable stance and try to keep your back as straight as possible. Make sure your horse is untied, as he may need to move his head and neck in order to counterbalance the stretch that you're performing. Make sure that you're not moving his leg and putting yourself into an awkward position, such as being pinned against a fence or a stable wall. If you're in any doubt whatsoever, do just ask.